Napoleon Bonaparte was one of the most influential and controversial figures in world history. Born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, he rose from humble beginnings to become the Emperor of France and one of the greatest military leaders of all time. His life was marked by extraordinary ambition, intelligence, and determination. Through his leadership, he transformed France and reshaped Europe's political landscape during the early 19th century. Napoleon's story is one of power, conquest, reform, and eventual downfall, a tale that continues to fascinate historians and students alike. Napoleon's rise to power began during a time of great turmoil. The French Revolution, 1789 to 1799, had overthrown the monarchy and plunged France into chaos. As a young artillery officer, Napoleon quickly gained attention for his military skill and courage. His early victories in Italy against Austria made him a national hero. In 1799, taking advantage of France's unstable government, he established himself as First Consul, and in 1804, he crowned himself Emperor of the French. As Emperor, Napoleon introduced major reforms that modernized France. He created the Napoleonic Code, a system of laws that guaranteed equality before the law, religious freedom, and protection of private property. This legal code influenced many countries around the world and remains one of his greatest achievements. He also reorganized education, improved the economy, built roads and bridges, and made the government more efficient. Napoleon believed in merit, rewarding people for their abilities rather than their family background. These reforms strengthened France and made it a model of modern governance. Napoleon was not only a skilled administrator. He built a powerful army known as the Grande Army, which conquered most of Europe. His campaigns in Italy, Prussia, and Austria demonstrated his genius for planning and rapid movement. He defeated many coalitions of European powers that tried to stop him. By 1810, Napoleon controlled most of Europe either directly or through alliances. However, his ambition led him to make fatal mistakes. In 1812, he invaded Russia, but the harsh winter and lack of supplies destroyed his army. This disastrous campaign marked the beginning of his downfall. After his defeat in Russia, many European nations united against him. In 1814, Napoleon was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the island of Elba. But his story didn't end there. In 1815, he escaped from Elba and returned to France, regaining power for a brief period known as the 100 Days. His final defeat came at the Battle of Waterloo, where British and Prussian forces defeated his army. After this loss, he was exiled again, this time to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, where he died in 1821. Napoleon Bonaparte remains one of history's most fascinating leaders. He was a man of great vision, intelligence, and courage, but also of immense ambition and pride. His reforms left a lasting impact on France and many other nations, shaping modern law, education, and government. Although his wars brought suffering and destruction, his legacy as a reformer and leader endures. Napoleon's life teaches us about the power of unchecked ambition. He rose from obscurity to rule an empire, changing the course of European history forever.